back here once again in this great fight town, San Antonio, especially with a card like this. And it's great that the Alamo City, such a great boxing tradition, gets to host by far the best card of the year here in the United States. You know, this is the type of fight that boxing needs, the type of card that boxing needs. All these fights are toss-up fights. Anything could happen in any of these fights. And we'll see on Saturday night which fight steps up and steals the show. And I'm telling you, inside that Frost Bank Center on Saturday, it is going to be loud. I know all these great San Antonio Mexican fans are going to come out and support Pitbull Cruz as he takes on the current reigning WBA super featherweight world champion Lamont Roach. So it's going to be a great night. Make sure to buy your tickets, purchase the pay-per-view, because this is one event you just can't miss. Thank you, and thank you, San Antonio.
Mr. Tom Brown, the president of TGP Promotions, a can't-miss event indeed. And as he mentioned, all of these fights are truly 50-50 fights, and what makes it so great is that it is truly the best fighting the best. Our pay-per-view opener at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time, 7 local time. It'll be for the interim WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. This man has been on an absolute hot streak, having won 5 in a row, most recently defeated former 2-time middleweight champion Daniel Jacobs back in July of 2024 with a record of 22 wins, opposite 4 defeats, a dozen victories coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium Shane Mosley Jr.
How you guys doing? I'm happy to be here. This is the biggest fight of my career and the biggest fight of my life, and I'm here to show up and show out. So let's go.
Shane Mosley Jr., ladies and gentlemen. I love the excitement that I'm feeling from Shane. Obviously, he can't wait to get inside the ring, and I can't wait to see him do that against his opponent. Let's meet him. 23 wins, 1 loss, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. A native of Casa Grande, Arizona, 24 years of age, who has 3 straight stoppage victories, including 2 wins already here in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jesus Mono Ramos.
How you guys doing? Thank you guys for being here. First and foremost, I want to thank PBC, TGB Promotions, Louis Cubas Jr. for giving me this opportunity. My opponent as well, Shane Mosley Jr. You know, and San Antonio as well. It's my first time here, and the fans have received me, you know, with open hands, and we've been here, and I've been embracing every moment of it. It's been a very important week for me, and I can't wait for Saturday night to put on a show. And thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for having me.
Jesus Mono Ramos, that our pay-per-view opener. And now, when you are a prize fighter, you have to always be ready because you never know when opportunity is going to ring. And this man has the opportunity of a lifetime. 36 wins, 4 losses, 33 victories coming by way of knockout. A native of Valenzuela, now fighting out of Las Vegas. Most recently beat former unified super welterweight champion of the world, Jarrett Hurd, back in March. Got the opportunity last minute, but raring to go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting Johan Gonzalez.
Muy buenas tardes a todo San Antonio, agradecido primeramente con Dios y bueno, motivado por esta gran oportunidad y voy a dar un buen combate, vengo a ganar.
Good afternoon, San Antonio. Thank you for having me here. And I am absolutely motivated ahead of this Saturday's fight. I come here to win.
All right, Johan Gonzalez, ladies and gentlemen, and the man who he's going to be looking to dethrone on Saturday. 31 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. A Cuban native now fighting out of Las Vegas, former longtime super welterweight champion, moved up to middleweight in 2021, and most recently stopped 2-division world champion Danny Garcia back in September of 2024. He has been at the top of the heap for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning and defending WBA Middleweight Champion of the World. Here is Erislandy, the American Dream Lara.
Primero que todo, buenas tardes a todos. Quiero darle las gracias por esta gran oportunidad. Gracias a PBC, Amazon Prime, a Luis de Cuba Jr., a Jaime. Estamos de regreso, nos vemos aquí el día 6 de diciembre. Gracias.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you for this opportunity. I want to thank PBC, Amazon Prime, Louis Cuba Jr., Al Heyman. I'm very thankful with them. And all I have to say is I'm going to be ready for December 6th. Can't wait. Thank you very much.
Erislandy Lara, Johan Gonzalez for the WBA Middleweight Championship of the World. Our co-main event will be for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship. This man, with a record of 23 wins, 3 losses, 12 wins coming by way of a knockout, fighting out of Orange, Texas. He reclaimed his title in his last bout by avenging a controversial split decision defeat at the hands of Robson Consunsao. He is the reigning and defending WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World. No stranger to succeeding here in the great state of Texas. Here is the champion, Oshaki Foster.
First off, I want to thank God for this opportunity. I want to thank PBC, Top Rank, and everybody that had a hand in making this event. And you know, the time is here now. All the talking done. I'm ready. Saturday, it's going to be a man down.
Thank you very much to Oshaki Foster. Now let's welcome his opponent on Saturday night. With a record of 23 wins, opposite 1 defeat, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the reigning WBC featherweight champion, looking to become a 3-division world champion and solidify himself as one of the world's best pound-for-pound fighters. Most recently earned his 126-pound world championship in February with his second triumph over Brandon Figueroa, vanquishing his longtime rival by decision. Ladies and gentlemen, proudly representing the rich boxing city of Philadelphia, PA, here is Cool Boy Stephen Folton Jr.
I want to thank God for being here today. I'm just ready at this point to become a 3-division world champion. I will get it done. Thanks for having me today. Thanks for everybody on this podium to be here with me, alongside Pitbull and Lamont Roach. So that's all I got to say right now. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you very much to Cool Boy Stephen Folton Jr. And our main event, what a showdown this is going to be. I love this fight so much because it is no doubt going to produce fireworks here in San Antonio. And both men no strangers to competing here in the Alamo City. First of all, though, it takes a great team to get these fighters to where they are. The trainer of Lamont Roach Jr., Lamont Roach Sr., who is here, who's done a wonderful job with his son as we acknowledge him, Lamont Roach Sr. A round of applause for him. Now let's meet the champion. 25 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 10 wins coming by way of a knockout. He won his world title back in November of 2023 with a clutch knockdown in the final round to defeat Hector Luis Garcia. Most recently challenged WBA lightweight world champion Gervonta Davis in one of the year's most memorable showdowns as he went toe-to-toe. The fight ended in a much-discussed draw. He's the reigning WBA super featherweight champion of the world and looking to add to his accolades and become a world champion here at 140 pounds, proudly representing Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Lamont Roach.
Good afternoon, everybody. That's my mom right there, just to let y'all know. I want to thank God for giving us this opportunity today, everybody being here. Very thankful for PBC, Al Heyman, everyone who had a hand in this pot right here. I'm just thankful. I'm very thankful that I get to show my skills again. And I want to thank my team No Excuse, Gary Jonas, Robert Diaz, and I just want to thank everybody who was a part of this card in total. With that being said, ain't nothing changed. Hit a boogie. Let's go Saturday night.
Lamont Roach, ladies and gentlemen. And now, his opponent on Saturday. It is going to be a raucous and electric crowd at the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. And for those watching around the world on pay-per-view, his record, 28 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 18 wins coming by way of knockout. A former WBA super lightweight world champion, a rising Mexican superstar from as he continues to increase his legacy, captured his world title with an 8th round stoppage over WBA welterweight world champion Rolando Rolly Romero in March of 2024. Most recently defeated Angel Fierro back in February and Omar Salcido in July. He's been quite busy and looking to end 2025 with an emphatic victory. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Hola, ¿qué tal? A todos, buenas tardes. Y bueno, antes que nada quiero dar las gracias a Dios por una gran oportunidad, a mi esposa por estar conmigo en todos los campamentos, a mi equipo de trabajo, a Al Haymon, a PBC por esa gran oportunidad, a Amazon Prime. Y venimos a hacer lo que hicimos en el 2020 con Diego Magdaleno, a dar una gran pelea y San Antonio va a ser testigo. Muchas gracias.
First of all, thank you for being here. I want to thank more than anything my wife. She was here with me throughout training camp, offering me her unconditional support. I also want to thank PBC, Amazon Prime, Al Haymon for giving me the opportunity to be here. And I want you to know that I'm here in San Antonio ready to go, and I can't wait.
Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Now let's talk with all of our pay-per-view fighters. Shane Mosley Jr., he collides against Jesus Mono Ramos for the interim WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Shane, you are riding this wave of momentum, but as you're a couple of days away, you mentioned to me yesterday during the open workouts that you believe that Jesus Ramos is undefeated. Why so?
I believe his one and only loss was very controversial. Could have went either way, and when I watched the fight, I gave it to him. But judges don't always see it that way, but I see it that way. So, yeah, I feel like I'm fighting an undefeated fighter right now.
Well, how sweet would it be? Obviously, it's your goal to become a world champion. You could do that on Saturday. But to be able to be the guy to definitively defeat Jesus Ramos on Saturday.
Yeah, I believe I'm going to be that guy that's going to definitively beat him. And so
now, well, Shane, obviously we know the lineage that you come from, your father, the Hall of Famer. He's been involved in some big prize fights. You have as well. But have you guys talked about what this moment could be like for you when it comes to the preparation, and what does your father, how does he influence you?
Well, my father has always influenced me, telling me that, I could be great. And I feel like this is my moment to tell him that he was right and that I can make him proud.
How much are you going to enjoy that ring walk in the process on Saturday?
Oh, I'm going to love it. It's going to be great. My dad's going to be in my corner, and as well as the rest of my team. But, I think for me, it's a cool moment because when my dad won his first world title, his dad was in his corner. And so when I win my first world title, my dad will be in my corner.
Talk about a full circle moment.
Right.
All right, well, now we'll talk with your opponent, Jesus Mono Ramos. Jesus, for you, you can become a world champion on Saturday, but when you hear the respect from Shane Mosley saying that he believes that you're still undefeated, what does that mean to you?
I thank him, because I respect him a lot too. I respect his father as well, his whole family. Growing up, we used to watch his father fight all the time in big pay-per-views. So being able to, fight his son and win my first world title, in front of a legend like that, it means a lot, So it's a big moment for me as well to fight in front of a legend like that.
But how his father is going to be in his corner. Your father has trained you since the very beginning. What's this journey been like for you and your father? And now you are here in San Antonio. The fans are obviously gravitating towards all the fighters up here, but really showed you a lot of love yesterday, and I'm sure you're very excited to perform in front of them on Saturday night.
It means a lot, for my family and I, for my father and I. We started out in our garage, and now we're here in a big card like this, so we can make our dreams a reality Saturday night. So it means a lot, in this whole camp we've been enjoying it, and like I said, it's been great. This whole fight week too, I've been embracing it. It's a big moment for me and my family, and Saturday night I have a lot of pressure to make all of our dreams a reality.
Do you believe that this win over Shane Mosley, he has won 5 in a row, he's fought against some outstanding world-class competition, that this will propel you into being among the upper echelon at middleweight?
Definitely. I'm going into this fight with the mindset of learning, kind of how we do in sparring sessions, we learn. I feel like Shane Mosley Jr. has a lot of experience that I can soak up and, like you said, take with me to the next level, and it'll elevate my game a lot.
I love this matchup. They both have a lot of respect for one another, but they will collide on Saturday for the interim WBC Middleweight Championship of the World. Also on Saturday, we have Erislandy Lara defending his WBA middleweight crown against Johan Gonzalez, hard hitting from Venezuela. Johan, you can make a dream become a reality. And 2 weeks ago, you were not scheduled to fight Lara. Now you have that opportunity. What's going through your mind?
Johan, ¿qué te pasa por la cabeza en este momento cuando pensás que hace apenas unos 10 días no estabas agendado para pelear contra nadie y ahora estás en la puerta, en el umbral de hacer un sueño tuyo realidad?
Bueno, esta es una gran oportunidad que se me está dando porque amo el boxeo y estoy entrenando con esa meta, y mira, se me dio la noticia hace días y vengo enfocado entrenando y bueno, más emocionado para hacer historia porque en mi pueblo nadie ha peleado un título mundial y de ganarlo, que Dios primero, tengo fe.
This is absolutely a dream come true, and 6 days ago, that's when I found out that I was going to fight. So, in a way, it's a testament to staying ready, to being ready. And that's what I've done throughout training. And now I'm here to take that world title. I want to win. I know I can do it. And that's going to be my mission on Saturday night.
You got 33 knockouts on your resume. Can you make it 34 and punch your ticket to a world title?
Bueno, 33 knockouts en tu currículum hasta ahora. ¿Lo puedes hacer 34? ¿Crees que esa va a ser la receta para ganar el título mundial?
Voy con el mismo hambre que peleé contra Harry Hull. Venía de una derrota, me levanté y ahorita Dios primero, como dijo Ali cuando peleó contra Sonny Liston, pero yo lo digo a los que analizan el boxeo que voy con chance de ganar.
Look, just like against Jared Hurd when I was coming off a loss and I got back up off the mat to be successful once again, that's what I'm going to do this time around too. I'm gonna go out there and show everybody what I'm made of.
Erislandy Lara, the champion, the WBA middleweight champion of the world, you've had a recent power surge in your last 3 fights, all of them by stoppage victory, most recently stopping Danny Garcia in September of 2024. What has been the key to this, late career power surge, so to speak?
¿Cuál ha sido la receta, el secreto de lo que es este envión tuyo durante esta etapa en tu carrera, con victorias consecutivas y que a pesar de la edad parece que no parás?
Bueno, primero que todo, creo que el trabajo duro en el gimnasio, enfocado en el gimnasio, trabajar, trazarte meta en el gimnasio y trabajar más duro, ¿no? Para tener los resultados que estamos teniendo.
It's all about working hard in the gym, mentally and physically. Those days, those arduous days in the gym, they are the recipe, the secret to being where I am right now.
You were looking to unify on Saturday. Obviously, that's not going to take place based on what happened, but what kind of statement are you looking to make to the rest of the division at 160?
Bueno, obviamente la pelea que se supone que iba a suceder no pudo pasar, pero ¿qué tipo de mensaje estás intentando mandar al resto de la división de las 160 libras en esta pelea contra Johan?
Bueno, voy a seguir demostrando, ¿no? Yo amo el boxeo, es lo que sé hacer, es lo que sé trabajar, ese es mi trabajo de boxeo. Y entonces le mando un mensaje a todos que voy a seguir siendo campeón en las 160 libras y nos vemos el sábado.
Look, I'm going to do what I always do, show up and show out, because I love boxing and that's what I do. the message to the rest of the division is that the champion is still here, and I'm still very, very much in the discussion at the 160-pound division.
Erislandy Lara, Johan Gonzalez, now our co-main event for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship of the World. It'll be Stephen Folton Jr. matching up against the champion, Oshaki Foster. And Oshaki, I think it's fair to say, we are in the holiday season, that both you and Stephen Folton Jr. are not going to be hanging around at holiday parties together. Now that you're at Fight Week, I know that there has been a bit of animosity, and we've had a couple press conferences, but now, as we're into Fight Week, I mean, is the disdain still there for your opponent?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm ready all the way around, man. I feel good, way good. This the best mood I've been in on Fight Week in a long time. The best shape I ever been in. I'm just ready, man.
Where does the edge come from towards Stephen Folton Jr.?
I feel like they feel like they see something. They feel like I'm a weak link or something, and I'm gonna go out there and show them that they made the wrong choice.
All right, Stephen Folton Jr., you said that you made the wrong choice. Why is taking on Oshaki Foster the right choice?
I go after champions. It don't matter who. He could have been somebody else. I fight champions. That's what I do.
For you, you could become a 3-division world champion from Philadelphia. We know that Philadelphia has this rich boxing tradition. For you, when you step in the ring on Saturday, how much are you carrying that banner of Philadelphia?
I carried it the whole step of my career. So, facing the guys I fought, and look where we at now again. Going for my 3rd world title, my 3rd division. This would be my 4th or 5th world title, 4th, 3rd division. Yeah, so.
Yeah, 3-division world champion you could become.
I carried that the whole way.
Well, one thing, if you don't know about Stephen Folton Jr., is that, years ago, there used to be cards on Tuesday nights, and he would be fighting undefeated fighters on, as we say, swing fights, meaning they could be on TV, they wouldn't be on TV. He didn't know. He had to be ready to go at the start of the card, and then he might fight towards the middle of the night or the end of the night, whatever the case may be. The reason why I'm saying that is because you have fought undefeated guys throughout the course of your career, and you fought
2 a.m. in the morning.
Just a long time, yeah, well, exactly. So the road hasn't been easy, essentially. How much did that prepare you for this moment to become a 3-division world champion?
It prepared me a lot, because it's like, we all go through things and to push us to that next level. And I feel like those things leading up into where I'm at now, whether it's a loss, a draw, life situations outside of the ring, all of those things is what makes you a better person, and makes me a better man and a better fighter. So all of those things that I've been through, and like the swing bouts, fighting 2, 3 in the morning in LA, when I knew I could have been in bed. All those things prepare me for moments like these.
Well, looking forward to it. Oshaki Foster, for you, you had a successful, you won a world title here in San Antonio. You love being from here in Texas. How much are you looking to defend your home state?
Man, last time we was here, we put on a great performance, and I plan on repeating it. I mean, I feel like, his journey was sweet compared to mine. Everybody know I came from the bottom, and I've been grinding my way up ever since. So, I'm gonna show him fight night that, all that don't matter. I'm gonna be on my A game, and I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, that win that we're talking about here in San Antonio, he put on a clinic against Ray Vargas at the nearby Alamo Dome, now fighting at the Frost Bank Center. So it's got to feel nice to be back here in San Antonio, an area that, made you feel well, where you had a big moment in your career.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And we in Texas. I'm from Texas. Everything big out here. I'm just ready. I'm ready to go out there and put on a show, man.
Cool boy Steph, do you feel like you're coming into enemy territory to take him on in his home state?
Nah, it's another day, another dollar, another fight. And to comment on that, bro, everybody up here then took a hard road. You know what I'm saying? regardless who was a hard or not, everybody on this stage is still fighters up here who haven't became world champion that's trying to become world champion. So like, what are we talking about?
You think that's his way of trying to just motivate himself?
I don't know what it is, but it's like everybody had a hard path up this motherfucker.
Motivate myself is crazy.
I'm mad at it, bro.
Come on, man. Motivate
Everybody had a
myself
hard
is
path.
crazy.
Even it's former fighters out here who had a hard path, bro. That's what makes us fighters every day. And guess what we do? We still up here fighting.
Shaki, you want to elaborate on that?
I don't know, man. Motivate myself is crazy, man. You know, I'm here for a reason, man. You're right. Everybody had a whatever
Hard
journey,
road.
a hard road, whatever. But you know, I feel like mine's just, you know, it's just a little different the way I came out the woodworks, and you know how I won my world title and how I came back and won it again. So. You know, I'm gonna keep showing them. You know what I mean? It can be all that, you know. But I promise you, Saturday they're gonna be speaking a different tune.
Well, can't wait for this one, and obviously looking forward to seeing if Cool Boy Steph can become a 3-division world champion, or if we will hear and still world champion for Oshaki Foster.
And still, for sure.
Main event time for a 140-pound world championship. Lamont Roach Jr. and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. As we look at the main event.
We don't even gotta do that. We don't even gotta do it.
Lamont Roach, you've had success here in San Antonio. You fought here in December of 2021. Now that you are headlining your second consecutive pay-per-view, the journey that you've had to get to this point, you heard it from the fighters. They said that it's not easy to get to this point. You're the main event taking on Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Well, you're absolutely right. You know, I pride myself in how I, you know, came along in this professional game. I just pride myself in hard work. I stayed loyal to the people that was with me, my team, and you know, we got here, and we're gonna stay here.
Lamont, as you look at, you know, I feel like everybody on this stage is an inspiration, but when I look at you, when you fought for your world title for the first time, it didn't go your way. But rather than allow it to define you, you went back to the drawing board and you've been on an absolute tear. And now you can become a world champion at 140 or a world champion at 130. You're in the mix at 135. So what has this entire, being able to come back from adversity?
Well, like I just said, like I pride myself on that. You know, when I took that little bump in the road, I sat down and looked at myself like outside of my body and was like, this ain't where you want to be. You know, I was counting my chickens before they hatched. I was 24 years old, man. I was young. I didn't necessarily think, you know, my opponent was sweet, but I definitely thought I had it in the bag. And, you know, that night I came out a little lackluster. And, you know, I came on, you know, towards the end doing what I knew I could do. But if I would have started earlier, I would have been, you know, world champion for a lot longer. So, you know, that's something that I never wanted to feel ever again in my life. Because I knew that I could have did more, and I knew I could have achieved what I had to achieve that night. Now, everybody who's in front of me is in trouble, every single step of the way. And I showed it time in and time out. And Saturday night, it's going to be the same thing.
Are you saying that Isaac Cruz is in trouble on Saturday?
Every single person who steps in that ring with me is in trouble.
Isaac Cruz, he's saying you're in trouble on Saturday night when you guys step inside the ring at the Frostbank Center. Your thoughts?
Isaac, acá Lamont dice que estás en problemas este sábado por la noche. ¿Qué opinas?
Nada, creo que él también está en problemas. No vengo amarrado de las manos ni vengo cojo y le voy a dar una gran pelea.
I think he's in trouble too. In fact, he might just have his hands tied, and it's going to be a great fight, no matter what.
Almost over 5 years ago, it was Halloween night. He fought, you know, Diego Magdalene on the undercard of Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz at the Alamo Dome. Did he think that 5 years later he'd be headlining a massive card? Tom Brown said this is the card of 2025.
Bueno, hace 5 años peleabas contra Diego Magdaleno, te anunciabas ante el mundo acá en San Antonio. ¿Llegaste a pensar en ese momento que 5 años después estarías encabezando lo que muchos dicen, Tom Brown dice, que es la mejor cartelera del 2025?
No, nunca me imaginé, pero creo que mi trabajo es el que ha hecho las cosas por mí, el que ha hablado por mí, y por eso es que mi cabeza tiene un valor especial y todos la quieren y la vamos a seguir consolidando para que siga valiendo aún más.
No, I could have never imagined it, but this is the fruits of my hard work, and that's why I want to keep building on it. I want to keep doing what I'm doing in order to keep progressing, evolving, and continuing to achieve big things.
Stylistically, do you believe that your pressure is going to get to Lamont Roach Jr.? You are known as a pressure fighter, someone that throws a lot of punches and bunches, and the volume overwhelms your opponents.
¿Cómo vas a hacer para que tu presión llegue a rendir frutos contra Lamont Roach, ya que vos sos más de volumen, ¿no?
Venimos muy bien enfocados y vamos a trabajar inteligentemente y ganar round con round.
Look, it's going to be all about being focused. I got to be smart and win round after round.
Now, for you, Lamont, it's obvious that he's going to come forward and bring the pressure. I know that you are a fantastic boxer, but I mean, we saw in your last fight, you also like to go toe-to-toe. Are we going to see moments of that on Saturday?
Damn, Pitbull had a good ass answer for his question. I want to do the same thing, but yeah, everybody know I like to thump. So every once in a while, it's gonna be some moments where the cameras better be ready. Isaac is throwing missiles in there, and you know I'm gonna throw them back. It's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be very exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, this our pay-per-view on Saturday. PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video. Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. The fighters are going to face off as they get set to go head-to-head tomorrow. The weigh-in. Join us at the Frost Bank Center, also on the PBC YouTube page. And good luck to every single one of these fighters, as they are no doubt looking for a massive moment in their careers. And happy holidays, everybody. Thank you so much, man. Always a pleasure. Love that. I wanted to touch
Don't exit the building yet.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's inspirational. WBC fights and I don't care yet. I'm stealing it.
Let me sure you get it back. I got my wallet right here. Not enough, right?
Oh, no, you come ready, but give it back to me after. Come on up now. Oh, you're not the man, I'm sorry. I screwed up this Lamont. Here.
It's just one. Yeah,
Just one. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys,